The rise of an icon, Sean Diddy Combs, Ascent in music and beyond. Sean Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with hip-hop royalty. From his early days as a talent scout at Uptown Records to founding Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs' influence on music is undeniable. He launched the careers of icons like the Notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige. He became a brand himself, a mogul with ventures spanning music, fashion, and television. Combs' story was one of ambition, talent, and undeniable success. He achieved what many could only dream of, amassing a fortune and an image that exuded power and influence. His parties were legendary, his presence magnetic. He was a cultural force shaping the landscape of hip-hop and beyond. But every empire has its cracks. A legacy tarnished. The shadow of allegations looms large. The allegations against Sean Combs paint a disturbing picture of a man who allegedly used his power and influence to exploit and abuse women. These claims have sent shockwaves through the industry, raising questions about the true nature of his legacy. Multiple individuals have come forward, their stories echoing similar themes of coercion, manipulation, and violence. Each account adds another layer to the growing narrative of alleged misconduct. These allegations are not mere whispers. They are backed by legal action. The legal system is now deeply involved, with numerous cases being brought to court. The year 2024 marked a turning point, a year when the whispers became impossible to ignore. The media coverage intensified, and the public's attention was firmly fixed on the unfolding drama. A cascade of lawsuits and criminal charges emerged, each one chipping away at Combs' carefully constructed image. The sheer volume of accusations has been staggering, painting a grim picture of systemic abuse. The accusations are varied and numerous, ranging from sexual harassment to rape. Each new claim adds to the growing sense of unease and betrayal among his fans and colleagues. Some accusers allege they were drugged and assaulted. These harrowing accounts have added a chilling dimension to the allegations, suggesting a calculated and predatory pattern of behavior. Others describe a pattern of predatory behavior, where Combs allegedly used his position to pressure women into sexual acts. The power dynamics at play have sparked a broader conversation about consent and exploitation in the entertainment industry. These allegations have shaken the entertainment industry and beyond. The ripple effects are being felt far and wide, prompting a reevaluation of how power and influence are wielded. They have forced a conversation about power, consent, and the abuse that can fester behind closed doors, even in the most glamorous of industries. The ongoing legal battles and public discourse are a stark reminder that no one is above accountability. Whispers turn to roars, a timeline of accusations and legal battles. The legal battles surrounding Sean Combs began in earnest in early 2024. What started as murmurs and whispers soon escalated into a full-blown legal storm. A string of women filed civil lawsuits alleging sexual assault, battery, and emotional distress. These brave individuals stepped forward, each recounting harrowing experiences that painted a troubling picture. Each lawsuit added another layer to the growing narrative of abuse. The media frenzy intensified as more details emerged, capturing the public's attention and sparking widespread debate. In March 2024, a grand jury convened to investigate the allegations against Combs. This was a pivotal moment, as the legal proceedings moved from civil to potentially criminal. This marked a significant escalation, signaling the potential for criminal charges. The stakes were higher than ever, and the pressure was mounting on all sides. The grand jury heard testimony from several alleged victims and witnesses, their accounts painting a damning picture of Combs' alleged behavior. The testimonies were graphic and emotional, leaving a lasting impact on those present. The tension reached a boiling point in October 2024 when a federal grand jury indicted Combs on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. This was a monumental development, one that would have far-reaching consequences. The indictment sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Colleagues, fans, and critics alike were stunned by the gravity of the charges. It was a stunning fall from grace for a man who had once seemed invincible. The public watched in disbelief as the once revered figure faced the possibility of a lengthy prison sentence. The trial is scheduled for May 2025. Legal experts predict it will be one of the most closely watched trials in recent history. It promises to be a media spectacle, with the potential to expose the dark underbelly of the music industry and redefine the boundaries of power and accountability in the #Me Too era. The world will be watching as the trial unfolds, eager to see justice served and the truth revealed. Section 4. The weight of the law, federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges. The federal charges against Sean Combs are significant. They represent a new frontier in the fight against sexual abuse, particularly within the entertainment industry. The charges are complex and carry severe penalties if Combs is convicted. Sex trafficking, in its simplest terms, involves using force, fraud, or coercion to compel someone into commercial sex acts. In Combs' case, the prosecution alleges that he used his power and influence to traffic women for sex, exploiting their vulnerability for his own gratification. The racketeering charges are equally serious. Racketeering, often associated with organized crime, involves engaging in a pattern of illegal activity to further an enterprise. The prosecution alleges that Combs' alleged sexual misconduct was part of a larger criminal enterprise, potentially involving his businesses and associates. These charges are groundbreaking. They signal a willingness to hold powerful figures accountable for sexual abuse, even when that abuse is intertwined with complex business dealings. Section 5. A web of control, unraveling the racketeering allegations. This section delves deep into the intricate and multifaceted nature of the charges brought against Sean Combs. The racketeering charges against Sean Combs are particularly intricate, involving a complex web of alleged criminal activities that spans several years. They allege a pattern of behavior that extends beyond individual acts of misconduct, suggesting a coordinated effort to engage in illegal activities. The prosecution is building a case that positions Combs at the center of a criminal enterprise that facilitated and concealed his alleged abuse. This enterprise is said to have involved multiple layers of operations and numerous individuals. Central to the racketeering charges is the concept of a criminal enterprise, which the prosecution argues was meticulously orchestrated by Combs. The prosecution will need to prove that Combs' alleged sexual misconduct was not a series of isolated incidents, but rather part of a systematic pattern of behavior designed to further his business or personal interests. This involves demonstrating a clear and consistent strategy behind the alleged actions. This could involve demonstrating how Combs allegedly used his companies, employees, or associates to procure women, silence accusers, or obstruct justice. The prosecution may argue that these actions were part of a broader scheme to maintain power and control. The prosecution may present evidence of financial transactions, communications, or witness testimony that supports this claim. This evidence could include bank records, emails, text messages, and other forms of communication that illustrate the alleged criminal network. The racketeering charges add a layer of complexity to the case, requiring the prosecution to connect various pieces of evidence to form a cohesive narrative. They broaden the scope of the allegations and raise questions about the potential involvement of others in Combs' alleged crimes. This could lead to further investigations and possibly more charges against additional individuals who may have played a role in the alleged criminal enterprise. Section 6. Beyond the criminal courts, a barrage of civil lawsuits. While the criminal charges against Sean Combs are headline-grabbing, it's crucial to remember the numerous civil lawsuits he also faces. These lawsuits provide further insight into the alleged pattern of abuse and the devastating impact it has had on the lives of the accusers. One lawsuit alleges that Combs sexually assaulted a woman at a party in the early 2000s. Another accuses him of raping a woman in his hotel room in 2015. These lawsuits detail horrifying accounts of violence, coercion, and manipulation. The civil lawsuits are significant because they offer the accusers a platform to seek justice and accountability outside of the criminal justice system. They also allow for the possibility of financial compensation for the harm they have suffered. The outcomes of these civil lawsuits could have far-reaching implications, potentially impacting Combs' financial standing and further tarnishing his reputation. Section 7. The Cassie Ventura case, a saga of power, control, and alleged abuse. Among the numerous allegations against Sean Combs, the case involving Cassie Ventura stands out. Ventura, a singer and actress, was in a long-term relationship with Combs. Her accusations offer a glimpse into the dynamics of power and control that allegedly defined their relationship. Ventura alleges that Combs was emotionally and physically abusive throughout their time together. She describes a pattern of manipulation, jealousy, and coercion, claiming that Combs controlled her finances, career, and personal life. In her lawsuit, Ventura details instances where Combs allegedly berated her, isolated her from friends and family, and pressured her into sexual acts against her will. She claims that he used his influence and connections to sabotage her career when she attempted to assert her independence. The Ventura case is particularly poignant because it highlights the insidious nature of domestic abuse, especially when one partner holds significant power and influence over the other.